Welcome to the Wizards of Ecom, your no-fluff playbook for online success. Each episode is fully packed with actionable tactics you can implement in your business right now. Take your life to a higher level and excel in your online success. It's time to work on you and your business. Let's do this.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Wizards of Ecom. My name is Lainey and I'm going to be your host for today. We have an awesome guest and a very special friend, Alina Vlaic. Hi, what's up?
Hi, so happy to be here with you.
I'm so happy to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, my absolute pleasure. A short intro about you. You are the founder of AZ Rank. You've presented also for our Wizards group last year, if I recall correctly. You've also been on the podcast already with Carlos, and this is the second time on the podcast. But yay! How would you present yourself in 2 sentences?
Oh, you're already starting with surprises.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think I
Wait. I'm counting. I don't know.
Oh, you're counting already. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I'm just Alina. I'm just ecom girl, I guess, and I try to be positive every day.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, Alina, the reason I wanted to have you on the show, let's get serious, right? For the second time, besides the fact that you are an amazing human being and you are like amazing, and I'm also working with you on a few pet projects, right?
Yes.
You are also a seller, so you can tell or see things from a seller's point of view, not only offering your services as a ranking service, but also a seller, right? And since the previous episode with Carlos, it was quite advanced, I might say. I feel that most people would not admit how little they know about ranking, and they might know, but like partially, like they have partial truths, and or some people might understand exactly what's going on, who know SEO and who understand the Amazon algorithm, right? But for those who don't know and they have this fear of asking, I am today going to I'm making air quotes now, as the stupid or as the very easy questions, And
sometimes those are the most important.
Right. Because if you're missing those, you have there's no foundation. How would you know the other stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going out on the limb today. I'm going to ask those questions. Alina, are you prepared and ready to educate my curious self?
Let me have a sip of water. I'm nervous already. I wasn't before.
Yeah, it's fine. There's a saying being purified by fire. These are fire questions. So making you even more nervous, no?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Let's go.
So, Alina, what is ranking?
What is ranking? That's the best question ever. Some of the most bigger sellers I've heard or seen on several, media channels have different understandings and different opinions about what ranking is. In my personal opinion, ranking means putting your product in front of as many eyes as possible on whatever platform that is, because ranking doesn't mean only Amazon. It's ecom in general. If we are referring to Amazon, then yes, bring your product to page 1, position 1, if possible, on as many keywords as possible.
Got it. And something else, what are some red flags that most people miss when shopping for ranking services?
Oh, okay. This is a hard one.
Killing you right now, slowly.
Yeah. I'm going to make a little intro because I just want everyone to understand as better as possible. This is not, getting your product in front of these people's eyes, in front of the buyer's eyes. So getting it on page 1 can be done in several ways. Mm-hmm. Some of them are 100% white. Some of them are 100% black. and white and black hats, we know what that is.
Yeah.
Some of them are in the middle, light gray, dark gray. That's the shades I like to use when
the 50 shades of gray, right?
50 shades, yeah. We can have 50 for sure.
All right.
Now, there are a lot of borderlines, thin lines between going from white to black or from gray to black. As long as we're keeping it decently in where it has to be, I mean, in the light gray area, and we're talking here about ranking through search, find, buy, and additional services that we do, but in the same area, then we should be fine. As long as you're heading towards reviews, gathering reviews, using ranking and gathering reviews, or I don't know, misleading people, presenting, telling lies.
Yeah.
To speak the
clickbaiting
truth.
People.
Yes, clickbaiting people.
Got it.
Totally true. Then you can raise red flags. The problem is nobody actually knows when are you getting those red flags, because if you are notified by Amazon that you're in trouble, then it's a little too late. So that's why it's very, very important to play safe. That's my opinion. That's the way we do things here, and that's the way this business was built, playing safe. And that's the way mostly always refuse moving our services into an area that can get you into trouble.
Yeah, I guess also if you are getting someone into trouble, you're getting yourself into trouble as well, because it's your audience who's being connected to that.
Yes, it's everything is like like a snowball effect, and it's just as Amazon itself, because I can say that this can easily be called an Amazon. It can easily be one of Amazon's definitions. Nothing is sure. There are no guarantees. There are no definitions specifically for what is a red flag, for how Amazon algorithm works, and for how products get ranked, like an exact formula. But doing everything as better as you can do and playing safe, as I said, it's the right way, I think. I mean, without taking too many risks, because I know risks, big wins, but sometimes
sometimes the risk it's worth it, sometimes it doesn't. Totally agree with that. Is there any difference between launching a product or the way how you're ranking a new product versus a product that's been for months or maybe for years there?
Yes, there is. Big one. There is a concept that I'm sure everyone has heard of, called product honeymoon. That period of time, which we think lasts about 4 to 6 weeks. Nobody knows for sure again, but that from our testing, that's what we've seen. So those 6 weeks, called the honeymoon, the first 4 to 6 weeks of a product's life, and that starts at the moment that you have your listing live on Amazon. It's the most powerful for ranking, and the explanation is quite simple. And if you allow me, I would very much like to say it, because a lot of people don't understand it, and it's actually quite simple. That product has no history. The algorithm doesn't know where to put it, doesn't know what to do with it.
Got it.
Once you start ranking it, once you start doing actions for that product, even if it is listing optimization, after maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, you've decided to change something and add some more keywords, PPC, ranking with our type of services, then you build that history, and then you tell Amazon, like I like to say, you tell Amazon who you are.
Got it.
From that point on, you build that history. Now, if you come to me or try to relaunch a product that has been out of stock 2 times in a year and had some low period, or maybe the listing has been shut down by Amazon, that's history again. But that's bad history combined with good history. But you have to rewrite that history in order to get back to telling Amazon that you are good again.
Got it.
And that you need, and that they need to show you, you as in your product, to the buyers again, because your product is good. So,
may I ask here a quick follow-up that actually it's not on the list? You were saying, beside the 20 questions of my list,
Okay.
So you were saying that somehow you have to rinse it. Is there like the way, like my mind words, it's like muddy water, and then you're like putting clear water until it's clean enough? Is that the way there, or the? Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's a very good comparison. Yeah, that's the thing, because it's I don't know, like it's difficult. It's like sometimes can be no. I'm better leaving it at your comparison, because it's the best one. That doesn't come anything to mind right now.
Simplest one. Yeah. Okay.
No, it's just once it's like, I don't know, like when you're in a bad mood, for example, anyone is in a bad mood, you need to do things in order to get to your good mood again and to work properly again.
And may I add there, if you're adding too much good or too much happy or something, it will be like, that's not, or
yeah.
So that would be the red flag in Amazon world, like what's happening.
Exactly. Yeah. So the red buttons start lighting up.
Got it. Amazing. Have you finished what you wanted to say? Because I just
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Amazing. What common mistakes do you see sellers are making when they first collaborate with you? For example, they have realistic and unrealistic expectations. Common mistakes. What do you think?
How much time do I have?
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. I'm not. Let's go for it.
No, there aren't so many, actually, because the business model is quite simple in the roots itself. So I would say too high expectations in terms not of the ranking, but in terms of the product. And this is valid for new sellers. Some of them might hate me for this, but I'd rather tell the truth, because I always do, and I always tell them, my clients as well. I've been there with my first product, which was a failure. I thought I had the perfect product, and when I'm going to open the listing, everyone was waiting for me, and they're gonna jump and buy, and I'm gonna be drinking mojito on a beach in no time. That's not true. 80% of the cases or more, it's not true. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of everything before you can totally say that you have a great product. First of all, a big mistake, I think it is that sellers focus on what they like, and not on what the audience, the buyers, the buyer persona actually wants.
Or they falling in love with your own product without listening to it. Okay, got it.
Yes. Got it. Then in terms of ranking and also expectations, getting page 1, position 1 on hundreds of keywords, with giving away 5 units in 5 days, and there you go, magic happened. It's not like that. Even if the niche is small or at the beginning yet, or it's still a big competition, and it's a big ocean over there. And also I'm gonna say this one and stop. going after two big keywords, two big. When I say big keyword, I mean very competitive, very
Highly search
searched
volume.
for
Mm-hmm.
with big search volume
Mm-hmm.
from the beginning with the new product. We don't recommend that. It's it's like going to a battle without your boxing gloves. You need to to prepare to fight with the big fishes in the top pages. So you need to build up a little bit.
Got it. Got it. By the way, I was looking at I also have a timer, so everyone knows how how we do this, how professional we are. No,
you're fantastic, I swear.
You know that this is going to be live, right?
Yeah,
and
I know.
it's not going to be edited either. So, welcome.
Okay.
Yeah. So you were talking about a competitive niche. Does it defend? Like, is it a different strategy for a very competitive niche versus a not so competitive niche?
Yeah, most of the time it is, but there are a lot of factors to be taken into consideration. I mean, it's very product specific because two competitive niches can be also very different. You can go and find very competitive niche, but with a ton of keywords that you can maybe find between those something good for you that you can easily rank and start getting some traction, or it can be a very competitive niche with just I've seen niches with just one huge keyword and all the rest were like not existing. I mean, you could be positioned one on all of them, but wouldn't have brought you to many sales. So those are big differences in terms of ranking because the strategy must be built differently.
May I ask there, Alina, like, because you were saying for me it's like, because you were saying it's one keyword that's like highly searched, but that's all. Would you mind like giving like examples?
It was in the vitamins. I don't remember the name. It was I can't pronounce it actually.
Doesn't matter.
some vitamin. No, there were other keywords, but not super relevant, let's say, and very low search volumes. Like I remember the difference was like the biggest one had like 50,000 searches per month,
Mm-hmm.
and I had like 100 others or 80 others with all of them below 500 searches.
The first thing that comes to mind is like most people when they're doing product research and Amazon is dominating a lot, like 5-6 competitors are dominating and the rest like 2-3 sales. So something similar to that.
Yes. I think it's also a little new. So probably if we're gonna look 6 months from now, we're gonna see some other players there, and maybe demand increases. I can't know all of that. There are a lot of trending products and even vitamins, even supplements and stuff like that. There, people are changing their way of taking vitamins. Instead of gummies, now the trend is capsules, or instead of liquid, now it's gummies and stuff like that. So people launching that, no. So it's
Got it. Makes sense.
It's an advantage.
That makes sense. So may I just go out on the limb there and say that most of the time also when you're bringing a very new product, that's also like similar to this, because you actually don't have keywords for it. It might be like it's amazing, and it might be also that people are not searching for it. So,
you mean a new product that doesn't exist in Amazon?
Correct.
Yes.
I mean, keywords wise.
Yes, that's a challenge, big one.
What would you do in that case?
Usually I try to recommend to go on similar products, because you usually address a need or solve a problem with that new product. So you try to go in that direction to see some keywords there that maybe include, you're never gonna find your keyword, so you just have to create them. You just have to teach people to learn about that product and to search it, to want to buy it. But first of all, you need to build the keywords. And how you build the keywords, you go to similar related products, but solving or trying to solve similar problems, or maybe that problem as well, but in other ways, and try to rank there, see what happens. If some of those keywords bring you sales and you start
ranking,
getting traction, then you're on the right direction. If not, you need to search some more. It's a lot of creativity needed here, if you ask me. I mean, you cannot do a regular keyword research on a totally new product, because you have nothing to search for.
Yeah, you have
basically.
no comparison.
Yeah, and nothing to analyze, nothing to look. So it's like, like Amazon was many years ago when there weren't any tools. Like Walmart is today.
Yeah, and Etsy. But as a matter of fact, we are mastering now.
For Etsy, there are a few. There are a few, but for Walmart, there's nothing at all.
Whoa! And what do you do? How do you what's like?
It's like
guidance.
You're blindfolded. It's actually pretty interesting. I like it. I love it. The adrenaline to see what happens. I'm gonna try this. Did it work? Seems like it did. Let's try again. Did it work again? Yeah. So it's good. Let's do it.
The third time, big failure. Oh, actually it didn't work. Oh, let's do something else then.
Yeah, something like that.
Love it. Just to add something to what you were mentioning, would you also for example, let's say a brand name. You create a brand name. It's not existing on the market, right? It's completely new. Would you have the same strategy? For example, the mug. Let's say it's like Meow or Never. This is the brand. Meow or Never. There you go. It's not our merch or our product. Full disclosure. Yeah. But let's say it's going to be Meow or Never. I don't know. Mug, like 500 milliliter. I don't know how much it is. I will put it down to that. Even more let's get back to it. Okay, so
start over, please.
Let's start over. Okay, let's get back right where from we begin. So the brand name, it doesn't exist. So would you associate it with keywords that already have a certain search volume, or it's related to your product? Would that be also a strategy for something that doesn't exist?
Yes. That's something that I tried to say, but if it wasn't clear, now you've said it better. So that's one way, keywords related to your product, and then looking at products, but not similar products. I mean, similar like what they look or what they are, but what they do, in terms of usage and get some keywords from there. I don't know what. Do you know a new product? I don't.
I do. Our product. This is I'm also asking for the audience and also for us. For us, the product that we are going to launch in 2 months, there is nothing like that on the market. It's just one it's glossy, the other one is matte. But no one is selling the matte version, and we have no clue why. Is it because people are not looking for it, or is it because it's too expensive to make it? Because it's expensive to make it, And we also had the Pixel testing, and people want it. So 80% of 100 people wanted it, And it's is there a really good market for it, or people are not aware of it, And this is why I was asking, how would you do in that scenario as well? Because
I'm sure we're gonna talk more.
We're going to talk more. It was are you going to help us? She's like, yeah. Now am I going to help you? Good. No. I just shoot myself in the foot. But you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't know. It might be a genius idea, or also it might be something that's actually not required, or people know why they are not selling it, So this is why.
And it's also, if you ask me, you don't need to rush these products, because maybe, I mean, it's difficult, in my opinion, to compare launching a totally unexisting new product to a regular launch. When you will have, for a regular launch, you are expecting sales in day one, either PPC or I don't know, whatever other strategies you've had, but you are expecting sales in day one.
Yeah.
Okay, day two, let's say. With a totally new product, you might not have those, and it might be normal not to have them because nobody knows about it yet. And until you learn the algorithm, you're also going to have indexing problems, because the algorithm won't know where to locate you and where to, what keywords, what exactly are you selling, because it's AI, so they learn from what they had. But if they didn't have this, that's why I think it's better to go with what problem does that product solve. So who would need that? Okay, I'm going to buy a bottle of water because I'm thirsty. I'm going to go to those people, try to figure out what they would be searching for.
Got it.
And of course, probably low volumes, but that shouldn't be an issue with a new product.
Got it. Totally agree. It's funny that you say that, because also, like, for example, on Pigful, there was the glossy and there was a matte version, and people were saying, what I like about it is people were saying, I would prefer this because it doesn't reflect light. I would prefer this because it would reflect light, so it would prevent for it's a cat product for my cat from going there or whatever. So it was like, you didn't even thought about that. You just wanted to have something that it's like used differently, and people were coming and were giving you actually hints of what your product is used for actually, or how they perceive, So yeah, I totally agree with what you were saying.
If you ask me, I don't know, it's just a comment, maybe it doesn't apply in all of the situations, but as I don't know the exact percentage, but the big majority, the largest majority of products sold on Amazon are manufactured in China, and Chinese people like glossy.
Yeah,
they don't like matte. If we are taking this comparison, so because I've tried to find some silk matte poly bags, it was like I don't know, some precious stone or something. Nobody was having or making them because they're not used to, they like to sell glowing, glossy, sparkling, bright colors. And if they don't have that in their offer, maybe nobody thought that matte even existed.
That's a really good point. Getting back to that idea you were mentioning about your product, the first product, your first private label product that actually ended being a failure. Yeah. With what you know now, Alina, would you be able to make it work?
I don't think so.
Why?
Because it's a highly.
I'm losing you. Just a second.
I don't know what would be. It's a design niche. It's milestone blanket. So the product was milestone blanket in the baby category.
Okay.
And I was recent mom at that point with that mentality, and I was a lot in a lot of groups and communities and with pregnant women or recent moms. So I know how picky and how they click your ad 30 times to look at that shade of blue. Is it darker or is it lighter or stuff like that? Just an example.
Short parenthesis there. Cat moms are the same. They are going to find every detail that it's wrong about your product. Just and parenthesis, there you go.
Yeah, because it's design. It's design niche, and I don't know. Maybe actually, I don't think. No, I think nobody ever asked me this before, and I never thought about this if I were to launch that product again.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
But at this point, I don't really want to go into design niches. I find them I find them hard and very. You need to be on top of everything. And sometimes, I mean, at that point, few good years back, there were a lot more of black tactics allowed, or somehow allowed. So it was even more difficult. I don't know now, to be honest with you. I haven't looked at that niche in quite some time, so I don't know what's happening over there, but I don't know. It's just not my thing with the design niches. I'd rather not.
Got it.
I mean, for this textile thing, for baby, let me repeat that, for baby.
Got it. Alina, the last question for you, like, have you ever happened that you were unable to rank a product for some reason? If so, what was the reason?
The answer is yes.
Okay.
And there weren't many, but usually two main reasons. One of them, it has a backstage or backend or something that cannot be controlled by the seller, an issue. And in these situations, the keywords aren't indexing, like almost no keywords. Like, for example, when you were running a Cerebro on that specification, you were to find like 20 keywords indexing, and that's all. And that is a problem that usually the item key type, I mean the category, the browsing node was not there, or was wrong, or it was just a glitch in Amazon and they had to be refreshed, but could be done only by them in seller support.
Got it.
So we've had a few situations like this, but after the problem was solved, it went good. And then we have had a couple of situations where we didn't rank because there were too few giveaways made, or the strategy wasn't correctly chosen. And this brings me again to what I was saying before about going after too big keywords too early.
Got it.
The ranking happened up to one point and then just dropped and never recovered because the algorithms say, hey, something's not right here.
Got it.
And just that was it.
And
so yes, it happened, and it happens. It can happen. I don't know how many cases, I never counted them, but I probably should, because it's important, like statistics or percentage. Most of the time it goes well, but just, like parenthesis here, we always tell people, and there were sellers that listened to us and were sellers that didn't listen. When we told them, you have a problem with your listing, fix that first and then come ranking, because you're just spending your money for nothing.
Would they listen?
Some did, some didn't. Just life.
Yeah. On the flip side, I think that's like, did you have also like wins? What was the biggest win that you helped a client, like to, they were nowhere and you helped them to?
Yeah, that's on a daily basis. Like,
love it. I call it catitude. You call it just being Alina. All right.
Yeah, okay. I think I must think of a name like that. I love catitude.
Yeah, catitude, and that became the niche. So yeah, amazing, super. To be respectful of your time, I have some quick fire questions. Did I say that? Quick fire? Yeah, I said it right, actually, to wrap up the session. What's your best under $50 purchase you recently made, and why?
Under $50?
Yes.
Oh, I got myself a hoodie with Mickey Mouse on it.
Look at her.
It's a black oversized hoodie with a super cute white Mickey Mouse on it. I don't do a lot of. I don't have time to go shopping, so I didn't purchase much, except for kids' toys and stuff like that. But
yeah, I hope you hear the gentleman. Not all women are very into shopping, so there's Good to know. Good to know. Your 3 favorite books and why?
3 favorite books.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
One of them was, I mentioned it in Carlos' podcast, was Traction by Gino Whitman. Sorry. It's a business book, and I totally recommend it to anyone, even if you don't apply that specific system in the book, but it's very, very helpful for you as a person, as an entrepreneur, basically. My all-time favorite book is a Romanian book. I don't know how to translate it.
Don't translate it. I speak Romanian. We are trying to make it work. Let's see.
I know, Cireșari.
Oh, okay. Well, that's hard to translate.
I know.
This is like it's very specific. Okay, but can you like describe of
yeah, there were the story about a group of friends who were living on the Cherry Street, and they were basically called, let's say, the Cherry Knights. It's like the Cherry Chevaliers. I think that would be a good translation. And it's a not children to teenage book, but has like 5 volumes, I guess. All kind of adventures. They go to, and they go to the mountains, they go to the seaside, they go to, solve mysteries, have adventures, they remain locked on the mountain, stuff like that. I read it like, I don't know, 50 times. My father was threatening me. I remember he was telling me, if you're not living that, I mean, I was reading others, but I always had those. And I think, I don't know, 10 years ago, I was married here, and he sent me a package because they live in a different city far away. Sent me a package, and he has bought me the new collection of the 5 volumes and sent them over. Okay, and the third one.
It has to be a third one, just so you know.
Yes, I know. I know you're not leaving me. I'm trying to
not giving you an easy time, and now I'm just talking, so at least you can like think some more and think some more.
No, I think I liked it's a book called Raising Cain. It's written by 2 American psychologists. I honestly don't remember the names, but it's always on my help me out here, night shelf. Yeah. It's actually, it's helping you understand the emotions and emotions of young boys. And I have a son who's 9, and I found it so interesting, but not only for for a parent and for a boy's parent, but for for understanding men, for understanding life, for understanding relationships. It's very interesting. I totally recommend it to you as well.
Awesome, thank you so much. So did I have it right? It's Raising Cain, like
Raising Cain. I think there's a movie with this same name, but has nothing to do with the book. Raising Cain is Cain.
Like in Romanian, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cain.
Okay. Found it. Great. The 3 books. Is there anything else that I should have asked and I didn't ask you?
I won't tell you that, because even if I knew, I want to come back on your podcast again.
You sneaky! I love it. All right then.
By the way, did you see my t-shirt?
I didn't show it. Let me see. So, oh my, look at that. So everyone in the audience who's like listening to this, she has a cat.
Yeah, I have a cat wearing glasses.
Wearing glasses. That's a badass cat. Ooh, I'm not sure. I'm allowed to say this on the podcast. It's okay. It's going to be E-rated, hopefully. Alina, how can people get a hold of you and your services that you offer?
if they just want to talk to me, they can find me on Facebook and Instagram with my name, Alina Vlaic. And if they want to reach out to us for our services, they can also contact me or email, not email, just go to the website first. I think it's easier. It's azrank.com. It's azrank.com. And contact us. We usually answer all emails in 24 hours. So
that sounds amazing. And I think that I also got a coupon code from you.
Yes,
maybe
yes,
it was like, do you have a coupon code for us? Like, just a second, I'm going to make it right away. It was like amazing.
Yeah, for you, and especially for you, it's gonna be Cats 10.
Oh man. So Cats 10, but careful, because this is for the Wizards community. Oh, so everyone has to write Cats 10. I love it. So there you go. Cats 10. Loving it.
And they're gonna get 10%. Yeah.
They're gonna. That sounds amazing. Thank you so much once again for your time. This was amazing. As I was saying, I love to have this air quote again, stupid questions or newbie questions, because this is how people are learning. We don't have the fundamentals. We don't understand what they are dealing with, and that's the most easiest way to fail. Not understanding what you're dealing with and just throwing darts into the abyss, So
into the darkness, yeah.
Into the darkness. There you go. So Alina, thanks so much once again for being on the podcast, and to our Wizardly community, make sure to chime in next Wednesday because I'll be back. Much love. Bye-bye.
It was fun sharing this episode with you. If you found value in what you've heard, please show your love with a subscribe, rate, and review of the show. Until next time.